Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead. So this is going to be from the 27th to around the 4th of November 2025. 2025, okay? If you want to book a read, it's in the description box below. So the 2026 is now available if you want to book yours. Okay, like the video and comment if you want to see more Capricorn. So let's get some energy and see what's coming up. Okay. Second. All right. Energy for Capricorns this week. Things that they need to know, what they need to be aware of. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, be careful. If you're dealing with a Gemini, there might be a lot of passion. But if you're dealing with an Aquarius, you might need to go and watch the Aquarius read. If you're dealing with a Leo, go watch the Leo read. So I'm hearing strongly a third-party situation. Some of you are definitely dealing with a player. So I feel like this is someone you share a lot of passion with. The intimacy is really good, the sex is really good, but this person is a player, or this person is playing you, okay? For those cross-watching, you could be a Virgo, you could be a Leo, you could be dealing with a Capricorn who is playing you. Because Capricorns can be players, the men. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles is it's a good week for money. The Nine of Pentacles is it's a good week to be building your business because this is self-employed. So the Nine of Pentacles is people who work for themselves. I think you could make some serious bag this week. I think the message for Capricorn is don't let a masculine distract you. Right? Because a lot of you Capricorns, you're not interested in third party. You don't want to be in no third party situation. You don't want to be in any messy. It's a good week to focus on money, focus on your business, and focus on fitness. Okay? If you're cross-watching for a Capricorn man and this man is in and out, I'm getting that this man is still attached to his past. I feel like this man is moody. So he wants it when he wants it. In other words, it's all on his terms. The Emperor is the Capricorn man. But I feel like this Capricorn man is still attached to his past. So in other words, he's not emotionally available. And that's the message for the Capricorn woman. Stay away from people who are not emotionally available. They're just looking for goods. They're just looking to exploit. They're just looking for, fun. The Tower reversed. So for the Capricorn man, if you're single, I think you're doing very well financially, but you're kind of moody. So maybe the message here is you're not getting enough rest, you're not getting enough sleep. I think this is a really good read. Like what I get here is like people who are really just like, especially if you're someone who's in e-commerce and you sell goods, because with the Halloween, with the Christmas, like there's a lot of people looking for stuff. But there's always a cost, right? So some of you are doing really well, but you might be in burnout a little bit. Or it's a case of you go into work and then you come home and then you go into work and you're just tired. And this might be making you moody. So the Emperor is a bit moody. But that's normal. I mean, we can be doing well in our finances and our business, but we still get moody if we've got no time for ourselves. Some of you need to look at your sleep, fix your sleep. Okay. For the Capricorns who are working night jobs, maybe it's time to start thinking about a different way of life. Because for me, the Four of Swords can be like nurses or people who work night jobs, and I just don't think it's good for you no more. Yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed. So for some of you Capricorns, there's a message that you're frustrated over money. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who wants to work on their own timeline, to work in their own freedom. Okay? If you haven't got a job at this time, I think it could be massively affecting you. But I'm getting that some of you, as we're coming to the end of the year, I got the solar plexus. So this is someone who doesn't feel in the power. They feel worn out. Okay. So it could also be a case of like, it's time to leave the 9 to 5. It's time to leave this career ladder and chart your own course. Right? So this is someone who wants to do a job that they love. Right? But there's also so many opportunities now to set up a business doing what you love and making money. So maybe that's what you're reflecting on as you come to the end of the year. For the Capricorn man, it comes up as like you have a job, but it takes a lot of energy. It's very challenging. It's very demanding, because the 7 of Wands is like, you know, it's a very demanding role. Okay, what else are we seeing for Capricorn? The Devil. The Wheel of Fortune. The 4 of Wands. So I'd say with the Devil rules you, so the Devil rules Saturn. The Devil rules Saturn, which rules Capricorn. Be careful with self-sabotage. The Devil can be somebody who's putting limitations on themselves, or they're not making good choices. For the Capricorn woman, maybe you're choosing bondage when it comes to a player, when it comes to a masculine. It could be a Leo, it could be a Cancer, or an Aries. Okay, so another message I've just heard is that some of you are married, but you're married to this person for money. So this woman is a stay-at-home wife, okay? And she's dependent on this man for money. Some of you want to leave this person because, again, you feel in bondage, you feel entrapped, you feel manipulated. So it's time to put energy into thinking about how you can make the money to do so. Because that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you're with somebody who this is someone who likes to like dot their I's and cross the T's. They want the wife, they want the house, they want the job, but they're not really invested. It's just to tick off the boxes. It's like, okay, I've got the wife, I've got the kids, I've got the job, I've got the, like someone's deeply miserable, as they should be. When you're treated like some kind of object, right? You're not valued. That's normal, right? So there's something with the Capricorn woman here, where you've got a man who this man sets it up to suit himself, right? It's not about you and your happiness and equality and respect. It's about what suits him. And you follow along. And then I guess for some of you Capricorn women, you're just single. Maybe you're choosing to just be single. Maybe right now you're just focused on your money. Maybe you're focused on the gym. But then you've also got the Devil. So love is there, but the fear is keeping love away. So this is someone who fears love. They fear letting a person in because it makes them vulnerable. It's like, they don't want to kind of rock the boat. If you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a Capricorn man who maybe was married before, and this is a person who's scared of love. So they prefer to play about and keep things light because they really feel love, So I heard they've got used to loneliness, like they've got used to being alone. But I think this is amazing because, again, Capricorns, this has come up for everybody. The Justice card has come up for everybody. So Justice is where we're making a decision. We're weighing something up. But I do think that at the end of a year, people tend to be doing that anyway. Right. They tend to be thinking about how they've spent the year and if they've been successful. And as the new year is coming, they think about, do I want to repeat this? You know? But for the Capricorns who the job is absolutely killing them, and they just feel like a slave, they feel in bondage, it's time to trust yourself. It's time to break free. It's time to build that business. You know, it's a good time with the, you know. Some of you might want to get fit. You know, okay, well, don't wait for the new year, start now. There's something like, what are you waiting for? Just start now. But some of you need to be careful with your own self-doubt, your own fear. And some of you know you've got a decision to make when it comes to breaking free from something. I feel like someone might be paying all the bills. So, you know, with that four of wands, so someone is paying all the bills. Okay? So for the Capricorn woman, you could have a masculine who's living off you. And for the Capricorn women who are living off men, that's all good, but then they control you. Right? You have to do what they say because your livelihood is dependent upon them. Okay, so what is the guidance moving forward for Capricorns this week? Do you? So some of you are going through a dark night of the soul, or darkness is coming up in some way. So this can be our shadow, this can be some kind of perversity or some kind of darkness that's coming up. Some of you need to work on stabilising yourself. And the Ace of Pentacles with the Scorpio season, it's going to bring a lot up. Because the Scorpio season is darkness does come up. The unconscious, the stuff we've buried, the stuff we've repressed. Interesting. But you're being told this week, like, really focus on money. And some of you have started a business and you're being told, don't tell no one. No one. Don't talk too much. Don't let people know too much. Maybe these people will dissuade you. Three of Cups reversed is people who are untrustworthy or people who are not supportive. Right? And when we're building the courage to do something new, we don't need people who are not supportive or discourage us. We need people who are supportive, right? So again, the Knight of Swords reversed is someone who's they're not sharing too much, they're not speaking too much. Okay, so some of you, it's with the partner. So remember we talked about that person that you're with. So this is a person who uses assets as control. So some of you want to break free of this connection, break free of this marriage. Don't tell this person. It's not being deceptive, it's being smart. Because this person doesn't want what's best for you. That's a message for Capricorn. Stay away from people who don't want what's best for you because they're only going to pull you down. They're only going to make you doubt yourself. King of Pentacles. Some of you could be self-employed, and again, I feel like some of your money is not coming in, but maybe it's the type of client you're selling your stuff to. Okay, friends, family. This can also be people who are being too friendly. You know what they say, don't mix business with pleasure. Okay? So some of you are also being told that if you want to make big money, then apply for the big jobs. If you're self-employed, don't go for the people who penny pinch, go for the clients who've got a lot of money. Because the Ace of Pentacles is people who've got the money to spend. So maybe some of you, your business is having problems because you keep going to people who don't have the money to give. You know? So think bigger. That is a big message here, like think bigger. And we talked about this. I think that this is just that dark mother effer who, it's like your worst enemy. So this is like when you've got that dark voice that just cuts you down, and it just, you know, you got to be careful with yourself and how you speak to yourself. And like, this can be when we've got the darkness taking over within us, like trying to block us, trying to stop us, trying to make us doubt ourselves. You can do it, you're being told. For the Capricorn man who the job is really just not good for them, you really need to think about a change. That's the message here. Like, this can't continue. It's killing you. So the Four of Swords can be illness, you know, maybe not now, but in the future. Obviously, this is a collective read, and you know, it's for entertainment purposes only. We do have to say that, but I'm saying, some of you need to start looking after your mental health. You need to start looking after your physical health. Justice is about cause and effect, and this has came out for all the signs. So I think there's a message to humanity that there is going to be actions for. There's going to be consequences for what we're all doing. You know. I think some people aren't getting that memo, that individually and collectively, if we carry on, there will be consequences. And you can clearly see what's being done. Right. So, you need to make yourself happy. You need to trust yourself. Some of you definitely need to focus on money. You need to aim big. You need to dream big. You need to go for the big clients. You need to go for the big jobs. Whatever this self-doubt is, or you live once, Capricorn, it's just money. They're no better than you. So I think some of you are kind of glamorizing people who are successful. The difference between you and them is they just took the risk. That's it. They've got blood, water, they're the same as you. They just took the risk. You know, that negative voice, that darkness, they just chose not to listen to it. They didn't go around asking people who haven't followed their dreams for help and support. They didn't go asking the poor for money. I'm not trying to be rude, but the facts are the facts. Right? The facts are the facts. So some of you, it's not your talents and your gifts, it's you're giving your talents and your gifts to the wrong people. I feel like as well with the Wheel of Fortune, you're being supported at this time. So the Wheel of Fortune is like Jupiter expansion look, like, you know. This can also be the 7th house of home and family. So this is where we're able to expand into a bigger home. Because the Wheel of Fortune is the 7th house of home and family, but it's the home. So this is where we start to become successful and we can buy a big home. And you've also got that here. Some of you might already be successful, and as it comes to the end of the year, you're starting to think about having a family, about other priorities more than success and money, and, you know. Some of you Capricorn men, this bachelor lifestyle might be getting pretty old. You know, going out drinking, partying, money, materialism, it might be getting pretty old. You know, your priorities might be changing. You might be thinking about meeting someone beautiful, settling down. Something is already yours, Capricorn. That job is already yours. That 9-figure salary, that business, it's already yours. Just get out your own way. The devil is playing you. It's already yours. Some of yous, what was the other message? There was another message. Love is there if you want it. You know. I'm also getting a reconnection with someone from the past. So that's also been coming up for all the signs, something about the past, but maybe it's the Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is like subconscious and it brings up the stuff, and, you know. So it doesn't always mean we're going to go back to that person. Sometimes we need to heal what that person did. so we can go and get the love that we want, right? So some of you could have dealt with a very dark person in the past, and that's what needs to be healed. Because sometimes we can walk away physically, but it can take a long time for us to walk away mentally or energetically. Right. So, see the way this person is opening the door? Some of you kind of feel like someone's blocking your way. Some of you are the block, some of you it is certain people. So you need to take your power back. Right. And the universe will support you because you've got the Wheel of Fortune upright, so the universe will support you. The devil's doing his work, but he's doing it in everyone's life. Right. Also, there's no fun if there's no challenge. Right. So I think a lot of people fear the devil, and I think it's because we're in that time where the devil is running supreme, but God is mighty and he's powerful, and when you trust, you know. So good things are coming. I really like this for you. I really like doing your reads. So like the video, show appreciation, comment, say hello. If you want to book in your own personal or your own 2026, check it out in the link below, and I'll speak to you soon.